afternoon, cyber friends. This is Mitty Man coming back at you from Walker's Music with yet another word for the day. Matter of fact, we're going to cut right through the chase. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to give a big shout out to the YouTube fam from Baby Justice, all the way up to Big Papa JT, as well as Mama JT. We want to get right to the meat and the potatoes today, people. We want to give God the glory. Always. I'm very late doing the word for the day. I had a PC on the bench over here earlier this morning. I tried to get out of the way before I start to do anything, and then after I finished the PC, it looked like something just came over me, and I just didn't know what to do. But at any rate, I'm back up at it right now, and I just talked to Brother JT. JT, I'm glad that you know the problem, the source of your problem with your internet connection, and it's always something like that. Most of the time, that's the way it be. But at any rate, I want to talk about something here, people that I've seen under the sun. And I see it here in my area big time right about now. I see a lot of people have no interest in church anymore. I see some that are yet trying to go, and then they're saying different things. And I just see the general makeup, nothing in particular, but it seems as though that for the last, let's just say ever since this year came in, 2011, just about it, and when they had the downturn of the economy, everybody was talking about the gasoline prices and the different stuff, and the economy was such a bad shape. It seemed like that a lot of people lost their faith, if they had any at all. And I'm not judging anyone, I'm just saying, if they had any at all, a lot of people lost that little bit that they had. People lost confidence in the church, and for various reasons. And people, from where I stand, I'm gonna give you Mitty Man's take on it. I'm gonna give you Mitty Man's take on it. First of all, let it be known, Mitty Man already know God is God all by himself. Mitty Man knows that, and I'm so glad that God doesn't think the way we think. And I'm glad that God doesn't deal with us the way we deal with one another, present company included. But nevertheless, and I also want to say I thank the Lord for all of you guys, the PP Drawings and Brother Hoddencliff, all of you, man. You don't know how the uplifting your words does. And to the uplift, I Mitty Man appreciate you guys that you check on them every now and then, and I remind myself to try to check on you guys also every now and then and find out what's going on with you. We appreciate it. But what I'm going to say right about now, people, is even from my buddy's program yesterday, and I invite y'all to look at the clip that I put up on the internet. I put up a clip up there, one of the choirs that I wanted to get everybody, but I didn't. And I got one of the choirs that was at Brother Floyd's appreciation yesterday, and my buddy Daryl Johnson was playing and doing the lead on that song that you want to hear. Go there and check that out too, and leave a comment and let me know what you think about that hot choir he got. Tri-County Mass. Oh, just leave me out. Just if it ain't but just one line, leave a comment and let me know what you think about it. But at any rate, I want to go back to one of the reasons, people. I'm gonna say this here, and if take this here for love. Because I love people, and I try to do it. I will go to the last mile of the way to try to help people. I have done it, and I don't think that I'm going to stop doing it no time soon, because that's just the will of God for our lives. We are supposed to be a servant. But at any rate, people, I wanted to say this. A lot of time I think that people do not have backed away from the church of God is because of the fact that some of us that's in the church, we have become so judgmental, and now we putting everybody in hell before time. We got that Pharisee spirit, a lot of us. We don't think nobody is right but us. And we just done turn people off from the church. You got some leaders that done turn the people away from the church. They get up in the pulpit, instead of using the pulpit to preach the gospel, they use the pulpit to pick at folks. Jesus didn't do that, people. Now, I'm not calling any names. I'm not going to call out any church, but I'm just going to say most of the churches that are around in this area that I go through, this is what Mitty Man sees. Now, that account for about 90% of the people that do not want to go to church. They done been there, done that. They said they tired of being picked on. Well, people don't worry about the picking on point. You got your own soul to save. Jesus died for you. And if we let people keep us away from the kingdom, because people are not going to change. The devil's going to see to that. Those that allow the devil to use them, they're going to continue to do just what they do. So what we must do, we must get ourselves above that. And my challenge, Mideman challenge to all of you is this: you just do what you got to do. And if you can't do it at one place, go to another one. Because the Bible does say, forsake not the assembling of ourselves together, because we draw strength from each other. But people, you know what? That doesn't only mean them folks stained glass windows that you go to every Sunday. You can have churches in the believer. You are the church. But we get strength from each other. So assembling ourselves together is the ideal thing to do. And it's, Apostle Paul said, forsake not the assembling of yourselves together. But like I say, I understand when people do not want to go because of what's going on in our churches today. And then people can be so deceiving, people. People can be so deceiving. You think the people that you think with you, they ain't really with you. And when you find that out, that can be devastating also. But nevertheless, people, let Mideman be the first one to tell you. When you find out people like that there, you better off without them. You need to know who with you and who's not. You need to know these things. So it's better for you find out before. Because let me tell you something, people. You might be involved with people for various reasons and various things. Why would you want that relationship to go so far in a lie and in deception? Don't you want that person or persons to be exposed for what they really are? That before you go and get in a long deal with them or money get involved, because money makes some of us crazy. So you wouldn't want that to happen. So you would need to find out exactly who's with you and who's not with you. God got a way of exposing hypocrites. So if you know what, time is a weapon that forces deception to reveal itself. So just wait on time. And once you find out people, it may hurt you, especially the one that you thought was all right. You find out they wasn't, just give it to God. Suck it up and drive on, as we used to say in the military. Because, that's something, God got something better in store for you. He trying to get you to another level. And I always say, but each level, there's a new devil. So, God got to get rid of some of these devils that connected to us on this level so he can get us to the next level that where we encounter the new devil. Ain't no sense in messing with new devils and old devils at the same time. So when anytime people leave your life, remember they weren't meant to be there. Especially if people get mad at you for telling them the truth. If people get mad at you for telling them the truth and they want to cut you off, you better off. Because a real friend ain't gonna get mad when you tell them the truth. And a lot of people have done that. They have distant people because they told them the truth. So with that being said, this is Mideman. This is Mideman coming at you here, and I'm just telling you straight from the heart. Don't let people carry you to hell, people. If you're gonna go to hell, take your own self. Don't let nobody else carry you to hell. Don't let nobody else send you to hell. It wasn't made for you. And I mean, when I say hell, the lake of fire. That's the final place of all unrighteousness, is the lake of fire. So don't end up there because it wasn't made for you. Don't let people take you there. If people want to be distant from you, let them go. Let them go. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. People that don't like righteousness and they don't want to hear you when you're telling them right, let them alone. The devil make you kill yourself. You're going to destroy your own self. Just keep fooling with the devil. This is the Mideman saying peace. Goodbye.